All right, let's just get right into it. We are standing on the edge of a career shift so big it only comes around once in a lifetime. And honestly, it could leave millions of people behind. This isn't some sci-fi movie stuff, it's happening right now. And today, we're going to break down exactly what this means for you.
So you gotta be asking yourself the big question, right? Is my job next? Is it on the chopping block? Look, it's the question that keeps people up at night, and it's one you absolutely have to have an answer to. And that's what we're gonna figure out today.
And look, this isn't just a vague feeling or some kind of hunch. We're talking hard numbers here. The International Monetary Fund, they estimate that a staggering 60% of jobs in developed countries are exposed to AI. Think about that. That's more than half of us. The sheer scale of this is, well, it's massive.
Okay, so to really get a grip on what's happening, you just have to follow the money. It always tells the story. Right now, the entire world is basically locked in this giant arms race to dominate AI. And the amount of cash being thrown around, it's mind-boggling.
Get this. This year alone, just 7 companies, you know the names, Amazon, Microsoft, Alphabet, Meta, Apple, Tesla, and Nvidia. They're pouring $330 billion into AI. That is an insane number. To put that in perspective for you, that's more than the entire economic output, the GDP, of a country like Finland, all in 1 year from just 7 companies.
But, and this is the really shocking part, that entire bet, every single one of those billions of dollars, it all hinges on one massive, and I mean massive, assumption. And that's the idea that AI's progress can just continue forever at this insane pace. But what if it can't? What if that core assumption is completely wrong?
And that, right there, brings us to the big catch, the critical flaw in this whole plan. See, we are about to slam right into something called the data wall. And this is the point where that whole AI ladder they're climbing could just come crashing down.
So what on earth is this AI data wall? Well, it's actually pretty simple. Imagine AI as a voracious reader that's been tearing through a giant library. The data wall is the point where it gets to the very last book on the very last shelf. It's the moment it runs out of new, unique, human-made stuff to learn from. It's basically eaten everything there is to eat online. You know, a really cool way to think about this is like a game of snakes and ladders. Seriously, step 1 was the ladder. For the last decade or so, AI was just climbing, super fast by just gobbling up all the public data it could find. But now, we're at step 2, the snake. It's like it hit the final square on the board, but instead of winning, it slides all the way back down because there are no more rungs on the ladder. It's hit a limit. And that brings us to step 3, the pivot. To get back into game, AI desperately needs a totally new source of data, something that isn't just text and images from the internet.
And believe me, this isn't some far-off problem. It's happening fast. For years, AI has been chowing down on everything. Literally everything from ancient research papers about dinosaurs to, your angry tweets from last Tuesday. So the progress right now feels like it's exploding, right? But that's a bit of an illusion. It's only because it's burning through the very last bits of available data. The projection? By 2027, and folks, that's just around the corner. It will have consumed pretty much everything. Okay, but here is where the story takes a massive turn. Remember that pivot we were just talking about? The part where AI gets stuck? Well, that's not a problem for us. In fact, it's our biggest opportunity. It is our secret weapon, our cheat code in this whole new game.
And this comparison just lays it all out perfectly. On one hand, you've got AI. It's trapped. It's limited by the digital data that already exists. All it can really do is imitate what it's already seen. But then you have us, humans. We have something infinite, our lived experiences, our unique perspectives, our ability to genuinely connect with another person. And that is a data source that AI can never, ever tap into. No way.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? An AI couldn't have made this. It couldn't put these pieces together in this way. Why? Because it hasn't lived my life, it hasn't had the conversations I've had, or made the same dumb mistakes I've made and learned from them. That unique perspective, that's our ultimate unfair advantage. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but what does this human cheat code actually look like in the real world? Like for real jobs? Well, let's dive into 3 high-paying jobs that are absolutely thriving, precisely because they're fundamentally AI-proof. So, we're going to rank these using a fun little top trumps system. We'll look at 3 things. First, earning power, the money. Second, the beginner score, which is basically how easy it is for someone to get started in the field. And third, the big one,
survivability in the age of AI. And just take a look. For roles like the content risk reviewer and the funeral sales specialist, the survivability scores are a perfect 10 out of 10. You can't get more secure than that.
All right, first up, the content risk reviewer. The reason this job is so safe is because AI is frankly terrible at understanding nuance. The big platforms, think YouTube and others, they tried to automate content moderation with AI, and it was a total disaster. They had to bring the humans back in because only we can really understand culture, subtext, that awkward tone that means something's not right. That's why it gets a perfect 10 for survivability. It's not about just following rules, it's about understanding the messy human context behind the content. AI just can't do it.
Okay, next up, the short-form strategist. And let's be clear, this isn't just about making TikTok videos. This is about the strategy behind what makes something go viral. See, an AI can only look at what's already been successful and copy it. It can't create the next big thing. It can't innovate. This job needs a human's gut feeling, that intuitive sense of what kind of hook or pacing will grab people's attention. That's pure innovation, not just imitation.
And last, but definitely not least, the funeral sales specialist. Now, this one scores a perfect 10 for survivability, for a very simple, very profound reason. An AI has never lived a life. So how could it possibly understand death, or grief, or how to comfort someone who's going through the worst day of their life? This job is all about genuine empathy and human connection. And there is just no technology, no algorithm that can ever replace that.
So, let's bring this all back home. What does this all mean for you, right now? It means the rules of the game have totally changed. The best place to invest your time, your energy, your focus, it's probably not where you think it is.
Listen, the single most valuable, most powerful investment you will ever make, it isn't in some hot tech stock or the next big AI company. It's you. It's investing in yourself, your uniquely human skills, your perspective, your one-of-a-kind lived experience. That is the only asset that is guaranteed to grow in value in the years to come.
And that leaves us with one final, and I think really crucial question to ask yourself. In a world where technology is getting better and better at imitating everything, your humanity is your single greatest asset. So the real question is, which one of your human skills are you going to master?